I see the jealousy.
Classic shit.
I see the jealous. Put all the rumors to rest. Lil Wani is back on the
Classic
team.
shit.
Period. This is my YouTube. I'll be the baddest here. Hello, One Nation. I am back today. I can't believe it's been so long, but listen, I had to get my ass up on here and say something. At this point, some bullshit's going on in the world. We're going to talk about it. I think everybody has been privy to what's going on. I had to come in here and say something because I wouldn't be doing the right job if I didn't. First, the George Floyd. Let me just start by saying I have to be mindful in saying I'm keeping the family in my prayers. Of all these people who are going down one by officers, it's just something that I don't think that we can ever really wrap our minds around, ever really try to understand. It's something we just can't do. We're tired. And I understand the protest. I understand it all. Everything, the petitions, the donations, all those things. Continue to do that because this is how our voices are heard. Get out and vote. Our primaries here in Indiana were just on this past Tuesday. Right, yeah. Might have been Wednesday. It was Tuesday. But yes, that was our primaries, and we definitely were out and vote. We were out voting. And I think it's necessary that we just have these conversations. We talk, we continue to talk. Do not let up either. Just because they have charged the 4 officers that were involved, do not let up. This isn't the time to just stop. They give you a little bit of something and then they say, oh, they're gonna stop. No, keep going. We shall keep going. Like, that's just it. That's period. Now, George Floyd was in Minneapolis, Minnesota, May 25th. Was suspected to have a $20 bill that was counterfeit. Now, an officer, I really don't want to say these people's names because I really just don't stand for none of them pig ass bitches. But I'm gonna just say it because, you know, I'm just trying to give some kind of facts, but I just think that they're a whole bunch of bitches. Just know that. But Derek Chauvin, and I don't even know if I'm saying these names right, so fuck him, really, honestly. Decided to restrain him for, honestly, if you think about it, no reason, no real reason. You know, George Floyd wasn't a threat to them. And even if you guys somehow in your mind think that this black man, unarmed black man, is a threat, then it's for you. Why are you so threatened? It's just like, it makes no sense when there's plenty of white guys who walk around here with guns to your fucking forehead and you don't care. You don't care. You're not scared then. You just push through. You sign up for a risky ass job and then you are like, oh my gosh, I was in fear for my life. You signed up for a fearful ass job, bitch. Like, stop with the bullshit. Wasn't nothing scary in that moment for your ass to have your knee on his neck and that man couldn't breathe for 9 minutes. And then he's yelling for his mother who had already passed away. That right there was heartbreaking. So, it's just like stuff we have to get past. No, we're not gonna get past that. Oh, just move on past it. We're gonna charge them. Like, no. Because that brings me to the next person, Breonna Taylor. Louisville, Kentucky. Police had a no-knock warrant because they believed that people were selling drugs out of her house. Her boyfriend had a license to carry. So when they charged in, of course he shot. But they did not announce themselves. So if you don't identify yourself, nobody knows who you are, just rushing into their house. Of course, you might get popped. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that I have a problem with is, and she, unfortunately, was shot and killed. And, you know, I just feel like we are saying her name. We're speaking on it. It's just disheartening to have these stories over and over again. You can't even sit in your own damn house and be safe because these motherfuckers do whatever they want to. it's honestly just becoming too much. Just way too much. There was no drugs found in the Brianna situation. These type of things happen day in and day out for Black people. And it just seems like we're fighting this fight, of course. But there's also a little bit of confusion of, why do we have to fight so freaking hard for you guys to understand that systematic racism is a huge plague in this country? It's just something that needs to stop. Why is fighting for race, fighting for police brutality to end, why is that such a big deal? Where you guys have to put people on curfew and all those types of things, where you guys have to feel like you guys have to shoot rubber bullets, tear gas. The list goes on and on. People are getting killed by the police day in and day out. Black people specifically are getting killed. No one in their right mind should want that to continue to happen. So what the fuck are y'all fighting about on the other end? What is y'all fight? What, I would like to know, what is y'all fight? Are you guys fighting because you guys are like, no, you know what it is? You guys are fighting because you guys don't want us to uproot and become the most powerful. That's what it is. You guys know that the black community has the most power in them, actually. If we were to rise up the way that we are, the way that we're showing you right now, you guys are feeling threatened. Whenever you guys feel threatened, that's when you guys seem to kill. So that's what it is you guys are feeling threatened, so now I have to kill. That's what you're feeling. You guys know how much we're owed. We're owed these types of things. Go back to slavery. You guys took us. And we built this fucking land. This is ours. There's no reason for you guys to have a fight. You don't have a fight in this. The only side you should be on is ours, bitch. That's the point. That's the only side that you have. Your motherfuckers are wrong. And now you guys are getting called out on it. You've been getting called out on it, but the shit's really hitting the fan now. Ahmaud Arbery, who was killed February 23rd in Brunswick, Georgia. Unarmed man, I guess running through the neighborhood, and a father and son accused him of burglary. And the way they described it, oh, we were telling them, come back, we want to ask you a couple things. Bitch, I ain't gotta come back for shit. Let's just be very motherfucking clear. If I'm running wherever the hell I want to run to on this land that I decide to, and it ain't got nothing to do with you, I'm gonna run and do what the fuck I want to do. But see, white people have this problem where if I say do something, you're supposed to do it. No. When the fuck has it ever been that fucking way? When? They don't want you to have these raw, honest conversations with them. They don't want you to be real with them motherfuckers. They want you to live up to their standards. It's like, no. You don't get to tell me to come back and, no. And then you make up this whole story, he was attacking us, so we shot, no. Bye. You should have sat there and ate your goddamn food. That's what you should have did. You should have sat there and ate your goddamn food. That's what it is. It's too many names, but we gotta keep saying their names. And that's the thing. It's too many names, but we have to keep saying their names. And while I am speaking of the black community, I wanna make sure when we're saying Black Lives Matters, all Black Lives Matters. That includes the trans, gay, lesbian, bisexual, anything that falls under the black umbrella. I want to make sure that those lives are mattering as well. Ayanna Dior, who's a black trans woman, on June 1st in Minnesota, was attacked over a disagreement with a black male over a so-called fender bender. Now, a large group began to beat Dior, yelling transphobic slurs and all of that nature. And I think that one, all of them just like really just hurt to the core, because you just like are like, you're tired of it. You're tired of it. You get so tired because, and especially with this story, is people are out here fighting for these black men, these black women. We have to remember to keep fighting for all of us. No one story should just be pushed aside, or one person, excuse me, should just be pushed aside because of the way their sexuality, who they love, what they like, who they are. It should never be where they are excluded in our community just because of that. At the end of the day, if we're fighting for Black Lives Matters, we're fighting for Black lives that matter. All of them. All these Black lives matter. And I am just like, at the point, I understand there's always there's a gap between just white and black, period. But within the black community, there's a gap because for some reason, at the bottom of the totem pole, black trans are there. That's the hierarchy that we have built. I don't agree with that. It's time we stand up for all black people's rights, period. It should never be this anymore. I should never have to read those type of stories because you don't like someone because of who they are. Nobody goes to fucking bed with you at night, so don't worry about who the fuck somebody else goes to bed with, or don't worry about what the fuck they do with their life, or how they felt that they were born. Anything of that nature ain't got shit to do with you. Worry about what's going on at home, but it be them motherfucking down low people that be so goddamn mad that they can't live out their truth, so they be mad at another motherfucker. But see, y'all don't want to hear that either. That's my motherfucking problem with it. And I ain't got no problem saying that. People are fucking wrong out here, and I apologize for my language because I know it's very colorful in this video, and I'm trying to watch it, but I think I'm highly pissed at this point, and I can't take it no more. Something has to be done. Something will get done. You will be convicted of murder. You will. You will. And baby, it's not gonna stop after that. It's not gonna stop until we get what we are owed. We can't bring back these lives. We can only change the future. So that's what we're gonna do. Everybody's voice needs to be heard. And I get that not everybody is a speaker. I'm not even that well at speaking. Honey, I'm not. Darling, I'm not even that well at speaking. But, you know, like, I still am using my voice in some way. Whether you are just signing a petition, that is actually using your voice in a lot of ways. People ain't claiming that. People think that you're supposed to get on here and write down lyrics word by word and say what I feel and da-da-da. No, you reposting stuff that matters. That really does matter. It really does. Sometimes people can't muster up the words, unfortunately, to put them in a sentence or a paragraph and try to write it out or try to say it. And sometimes it just like, you know, they stumble over words and they're just like, they get nervous, and it's understandable. But if someone has said something and you agree with it so wholeheartedly, you can retweet it, repost it, whatever you have to do, because those are the words that I was thinking. I just couldn't say it. Sometimes I even have to do it myself. Like, I'm like, this is exactly what I'm thinking, but I'm not saying it correctly. Just like on this video, I'm sure that it says some shit that it's just like, it's not really correct, but I really am using my platform in some type of way. I can't just get up on here on YouTube and not speak my motherfucking truth. Now, okay, so I do want to just send up prayers and just love to everyone, to the families that have been, you know, affected by this situation. I know that people are getting tired of being stuck in the house. Let's be clear about that too. People are tired of that, and some of these people never got a stimulus check, don't get unemployment, can't work right now. It's just a lot of stuff that's hindering people from actually being able to do anything. So of course they're mad. Granted, I am for my personal purpose, I'm not gonna loot. Am I judging the bitch that is looting? No, I'm not. I'm not judging you, baby. Wear the goddamn Gucci purse and the Louis, and you know what? Sell them, bitches. Sell them. Because, okay, sell them. Sell them. Period. Sell it. Motherfuckers, if you do dirty, because that's what these companies have been doing, these little brands that should kind of been crying over the Gucci and all that. Yeah, girl, crying over that. Sis, Gucci ain't did nothing, y'all. Gucci ain't never did nothing. Girl, I mean, it's just like, you know what? This is why you don't put any trust into these. You don't put a lot of faith into these celebrities, period.